Happy to welcome you all back to this class. I know you are very interested in knowing more about Alicia. Come on, let's go. I used to have a teacher. She has passed away now. And one day she said to me, "You are going to do your maths GCSE. That is General Certificate of Secondary Education." Alicia had a teacher who supported her in learning and doing anything. Now she is no more. Yes, she died. One day, when the teacher was alive, she expressed her desire to Alicia that Alicia was going to do maths in GCSE. That is, she had to do her mathematics. The expansion of GCSE is General Certificate of Secondary Education. I said, "No, I'm not. Don't be silly." I didn't think I could do anything like that. Immediately, Alicia refused that she was not going to her maths and asked her teacher not to be silly. Silly means foolish. Studying was so difficult because I had to rely on someone to type everything into a computer for me. Rely on means depend on. She told the reason for her objection in doing maths. It was because she thought that doing maths or even studying any subject was so difficult to her. It was not easy to her. Since she was unable to type herself, she had to rely on, that is, depend on someone to type everything into a computer for her. You know the reason for her inability in typing. What is it? Yes, you are right. Alicia has the disease cerebral palsy. So she was not able to type then. But that has changed now. I can do it myself with my voice. But everything has changed now. Alicia is able to type anything herself with her voice. Please find out the reason for her ability in typing here, as you found out the inability in typing. Remembered? Get the answer? Yes, absolutely. She uses the software named Dragon Dictate. Through this software Dragon Dictate, Alicia is able to type anything. Kim, who is the assistive technologist at my school, introduced me to Dragon Dictate, and it has opened up the world to me. Assistive technologist is a person who assists with technological gadgets to overcome disability. Gadgets means devices. Kim is the assistive technologist at Alicia's school. She introduced Alicia to the software Dragon Dictate, and this software shows Alicia the entire world. Kim showed me how to train it to understand my voice. It took a few hours. Now I use it in class and at home as well. Kim trained Alicia to understand her voice. She took a few hours to learn it. Now Alicia uses this software in her class as well as at her home. She has become an expert in handling this software. Now she is a master in typing. It has made me more independent, and I am now able to study on my own. So now I am doing my maths GCSE. I know my teacher will be proud of me. This dragon dictate helps Alicia lot in many ways. So Alicia becomes independent and now she is able to study on her own. No teacher or guide is required to her. She is doing her maths GCSE. Alicia says that she knows her teacher will be proud of her. I never thought I would be able to do one GCSE in my life, but I am going to do two. And I feel like I want to push myself even further. In her lifetime, Alicia never thought she would do one math sum in GCSE, but she is now able to do two of it. It gives her encouragement. She feels very strong in doing maths. So she wants to push herself even further. Further here means to a greater degree or extent in future. Kim says technology can help me do that. It is opening up the world for young disabled people like me. Her assistive technologist Kim says to Alicia happily that technology opens the world for all young disabled people like Alicia. There are many different types of technology that can help a young disabled person become independent. Students, you have internet facilities at home. Whenever time permits, kindly watch all types of modern technology based devices which help young disabled persons become independent in doing anything. For example, if someone has very limited movement, they can control a computer screen with eye gaze. We can give many examples. One example is eye gaze. It means stare at something for a long time. Imagine if someone has very limited movement like paralysis attacked persons, they need not worry about their disability because by using eye gaze they can control even a computer screen. That means when they are reading, they can move from page to page using the pupils of their eyes. They don't need to press a button or anything. Instead of pressing a button to move the screen or swapping the screen, they can turn or move the page on the computer screen by just using the pupils of their eyes. Pupils means eyeballs. So it will be easy to all the disabled people to read the page on the screen. Here you can understand how technology simplifies the lives of disabled people. Just one person, Kim, works with all 42 students here at my school and helps us use technology in different ways. She is amazing. Kim is the only one person who helps all the 42 students at Alicia's school. She works with them always. She teaches all the students how to use technology in different ways. Whenever Alicia thinks about Kim, she feels Kim is amazing. The synonymous words of amazing are surprising, incredible, and astounding. Let me spell the word astounding. A-S-T-O-U-N-D-I-N-G. Astounding. I don't know what we would do without her. We would lose out on so many opportunities. It has opened up the world to me. Alicia never thinks that she should miss her assistive technologist Kim. If they are not in the company of Kim, Alicia doesn't know what they would do. Lose out is the phrasal verb which means to not get something. Alicia says that she and the other students had the company of Kim. Otherwise, they would have really missed many opportunities. Thus, Kim's valuable help has shown a new world to Alicia. As we are already told, we have another disabled person named David. Want to know about David? Come on, let's see who this David is. 21-year-old David says, technology is very important because it enables me to communicate and be independent, which gives me freedom. David is a 21-year-old disabled young chap. He is also affected with a kind of palsy. Palsy is the old-fashioned name of paralysis. If anybody is affected with paralysis, he or she will lose of control or feeling in part or most of the body, especially when the arms and the legs shake without control. This David says, as technology enables means helps. It enables him communicate with other people. He considers the technology as a very important one. He need not depend upon anyone. He is an independent man now because this technology gives him entire freedom. He is a free bird now. For verbal communication, David uses a liberator communication device which he controls with his eye movements. Like the software Dragon Dictate, which helps Alicia. David uses a liberator communication device to communicate with the people through words. Liberator communication device is a special device used to communicate with eye movements. It has a Bluetooth adapter, so it lets him use any PC or Mac by sending commands through the liberator. This device has a Bluetooth adapter. You know the Bluetooth. Bluetooth is a radio technology that makes it possible for mobile phones, computers and other electronic devices to be linked over short distances without needing to be connected by wires. Adapter is a device for connecting more than one piece of equipment. So, this liberator communicating device allows David to use any PC or Mac by sending commands through the liberator. You know the PC. PC is the abbreviation of personal computer. Mac is the abbreviation of Macintosh computer. Mac is an operating system. Liberator is a tool which frees or liberates the signals. It was a great feeling when I learned to use it. It took me a couple of weeks. Communicating with the people was very difficult before. Alicia took a few hours to learn Dragon Dictate. You know about that. Whereas this David took a couple, that is 2 weeks of time to learn how to use liberator communication device. When David learnt this device, it gave him a great feeling. Before learning this device, he felt communicating to other people was very difficult to him. He has an active controller also in the headrest of his chair in his bedroom, which means he can control his TV, Blu-ray and music players. David has another machine at his bedroom which attached to the headrest of his wheelchair. It is named Active Controller. The expansion of Active is Advanced Control Technology for Integrated Vehicles. Let me repeat it. Advanced Control Technology for Integrated Vehicles. Through this device, David is able to control his television, music systems and Blu-ray. You know the Blu-ray? Blu-ray is a technology that uses a blue laser, a very strong line of light to record and play large amounts of high quality data on a type of CD. Headrest means the part of a seat or chair that supports a person's head. David was born with athetoid cerebral palsy and attends a specialist school and college. David studies in the school and college which are running separately for the special students like Alicia and David, because David was born with athetoid cerebral palsy. Athetoid is a type of disability which involves a series of involuntary writhing movements of the limbs. Like Alicia is affected with a cerebral palsy, which is a brain damage, David is affected with athetoid cerebral palsy. It is a kind of paralysis. Remember students, Alicia is affected with the cerebral palsy. It is a kind of brain damage. Here, this David is affected with athetoid cerebral palsy, a kind of paralysis. Alicia uses Dragon dictate device. Here, this David uses Liberator communication device. Right. Come to this area. He has been using a high-tech communication aid since he was 8 years old and has been interested in AAC and technology ever since. Since his 8th age, David has been using a special device, AAC. The abbreviation of AAC is Augmentative and Alternative Communication. Augmentative means growing, enlarging and increasing. This AAC is a high-tech communication aid. Aid is a type of machine. David is very much interested in using this AAC machine and technology since he was 8 years old. When David first started out with AAC, he used a head switch to access his AAC device, running a page-based system which took lots of navigation and required a lot of effort combined with switching. Head switch is a main or important switch. To access means to open or to get or to use something. Navigation means movement. At first, David used a head switch, that is a main switch, to access, that is to use his AAC device for running a page-based system. This process took many navigational movements. It also required many efforts which combined, that is connected with switching. He now uses an echo tool with echo point, making his selections with a foot switch once he has fixed his gaze on the icon that is required. Echo 2 with echo point is an eye-controlled scanning system like a communicator. It has a faster processing speed for greater communication results. It has many features. It includes a large display screen and internal DVD or CD drive. David now uses this Echo 2 with echo point system for making his selections. He uses a switch which is at his foot. Gaze means staring at something. Here it means giving a long look. Icon is a symbol on a computer screen. David fixes his look on the required symbol on the screen and then he makes his selections with the switch which is attached near his foot. He has a smaller communication aid. It has been mounted on his walker. It is essential that much of his spare time is spent in the performing arts. Like a foot switch, he has a smaller aid, that is a device. This device is mounted, that is placed on his walker. This helps him communicating with the other devices. Walker, you know this. Walker is a metal frame that the people use to help them to walk. Spare time means available time or leisure time. This device is essential, that is necessary, because most of his leisure time and free time is spent by him for performing arts. So David has the knowledge and interest in performing many arts. David is also a keen sportsman, regularly playing football, boxer, hockey and baseball. He is a sports leader and uses his Echo 2 linked to an interactive whiteboard to teach PE lessons. Besides doing arts, David is also a keen sportsman. Keen means interested. He regularly plays football, hockey, baseball and bocce. Bocce is a new game to you. It is a game similar to bowls played on a long court. He performs as a sports leader too. Interactive is something which allows information to be passed continuously and in both directions between a screen and the person who uses it. P is the abbreviation of physical education. Whenever David plays as a sports leader, he uses Echo Point linked to the whiteboard. This whiteboard is an interactive one. He uses this to teach physical education lessons. This lesson goes on giving information about David interestingly. Dear students, I think a single day is not enough to see about David. Want to know more about David? If so, just wait for another day. Until then, this is Nohishwaran. Goodbye. Take care. Have a nice day.